Well, hello out there in TV land. Welcome back to our show. I'm not feeling this.
No,
I'm not feeling this. Not at all. Not at all.
Let's go.
To be myself, that's out of character. To play the role for you is more comfortable, more familiar. While others move on to bright lights, I'm used to moving others to start.
Latina definitely describes. I'll dance before the music begins. I'd rather breeze and float the wind. Shy city, I claim. What's in the name?
I'm D. Maurice Waddell,
And I'm Bella.
and this is The Bio. One of the artists that I've been intrigued with the last couple of years is an artist by the name of Damon Hendricks. I completed my first book, and on the cover it had a pair of eyes, my eyes. They took a photograph, and as soon as my friend saw the book, he's like, "Hey, did you commission Damon Hendricks to do this? Because this is the exact same art that he does." And I'm like, "No, those are photographs of my eyes." And he's like, "You got to meet this guy." And he has this series where he just paints the eyes, and the eyes are so intriguing in his art collection. And he paints other themes, social themes, music themes, all kind of themes.
So I'm like wondering what else does he do besides painting? Because I feel that people don't only have one talent or not passionate about one thing, they're always passionate about other things.
Yeah, I'm always wondering what inspires artists to do what they do. So, talked about Damon Hendricks. So, you ready to go soon?
Let's go check him out.
Your paintings, the eyes are conveying to your audience. What are they saying?
So what is it with the eyes?
I want to be able to move people. I want to be able to wow the person who's viewing the piece.
It's where you actually get the emotion of the person. You have it where the eyes are, they captivate not only the image, but the person who's looking into the image.
So when you look at the piece, I want to somehow or another connect your spirit with the spirit of the image itself. The intensity of a sports figure, the excitement of a fan. So just whatever that feeling and emotion that's driven from the eyes that you can see in someone's eyes when they're doing it, I want them to be able to feel that painting that way.
Is the art game like the rap game? Are there beefs in art with different artists?
I wouldn't say it's so much beefs. I think that it is more political.
Okay.
I think it is a political game, and it becomes, not so much always about the skill and the talent as much as your presentation, your professionalism. I don't have any competition here, and I don't think we consider ourselves to be competitive in that way. I think that we're competitive as business people, marketing people. So from that standpoint, I think that because our work in this particular building is everyone's different. So even the abstract pieces that you see are different from the next abstract artist. That you have your galleries, and you have people that don't do galleries. You have people that do just festivals, and you have people that do independent work. Those that fall under the galleries are what I consider people that fall under a label.
Okay.
So say for instance you at an ABC gallery, and you may not be able to show at XYZ but gallery.
Okay.
Whereas an independent guy would be able to show at both. But then a lot of times they want to pigeonhole you to stay in, if you do get on that label, they want to pretty much sign you. Now, if you sign that paper, then you're stuck.
Okay.
And now you can't do XYZ Gallery.
When I first met you, you had a quote up on a wall where your paintings was. It says, "Work like a slave, paint like a god." I want you to go into that.
It's my father's quote, and that's something that I hold dear. My father is a art teacher and also a adjunct professor from Bradley University and Peoria Manual High School. He was taught there for over 35 years and taught some classes at Bradley University. Someone who I look up to. He's my mentor. So from that's where I got that from. But I always wanted to know what that meant myself. And so he gave it to me, and it's like, now I understand. It's basically, he's saying to, in order to get where you want to go, you have to work like a slave, but then your painting is actually going to feel people's spirit. And so from that standpoint, you'll be able to wow the people, as we talked about before. That's how you want to move people, and for someone to walk by your painting and get captivated and want to just stand there and look at it and look at the eye. I don't know if I like the eyes moving.
They're watching me.
Right, I get that all the time. But, you know, it seems like your painting is following me.
Damon, I want to know, how do you start? You got the board out, the paintbrushes, if you use paintbrushes. How do you start? You gotta stretch, you gotta have music on. How do you prep to start your painting?
Well, I am getting a little older. I do need to stretch. I don't. That's not part of the program. But I would say that I have to have my music.
Okay.
It has to be totally clean, and I like to start off on like a fresh canvas or a fresh board in order to get things going. But basically, it's real simple. Just music. Normally, it depends on my mood.
Okay.
My mood being whether or not I'm in a jazzy mood, house mood, or if I'm, it depends on what image I'm actually doing as well. So if I'm doing a music piece and I'm doing something that's more floetic, then I'm probably going to do something more jazzy.
Okay.
But if I'm going to do something that I'm feeling like, I'm doing one of Jay-Z, or, something like that, I'm probably going to play Jay-Z.
Right.
So a lot of times, if I'm doing a music piece or doing the musician, whatever that musician plays or whatever, I'll probably play music that will inspire me to complete that piece.
Makes sense.
Nevertheless, music is very key, and I do performance art. So when I do performance art, I take maybe two sticks or the 2 paintbrushes, and I actually use those as actually drumsticks when I'm painting.
That's cool.
And so it comes out, when I'm, have the beat. So it's rocking.
Right.
So boom, boom, and that's paint. That's white. And then there's black, and then there's blue. So it's just, just kind of just throwing it up there, and actually, I have never seen that done. I've seen performance painters,
Right.
but I've never seen
Actually drumming and perform. Okay. Wow, that's cool.
Yes.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So what's been the highlight of your career thus far?
To get my first studio.
Okay.
Here in the Zobie Art Center. It was my first studio outside of home.
Okay.
Which my home was, I had paintings on every piece of the wall. So, now I can actually stretch out a little bit, and we can utilize all the space. We got 5 floors here,
Okay.
so I can use the hallways and different things like that.
So out of the topic, I hear that a majority of painters are romantic. Are you a romantic guy? I gotta know.
Am I romantic? I've been called romantical. Am I romantic? I would consider myself to be romantic. I think that if you're creative, you can actually, lead people in a direction that is very interesting, very creative,
Right.
very romantical. But I think that it's fun doing what I do.
Good.
Let's just say that. In my case, I'll go ahead and own up to my issue. I guess if I had advice at all, is dealing with the relationships of women. I'm sorry, I had to bring it up.
Yeah, we preaching to the choir. We need to start a support group.
I know, man, I know, but you know.
What is it about women that you say is your vice? Can you say it on camera?
I just love women. I do. But at the same time, I think as you mature into adulthood and into mature man, I think you realize the things that they probably knew all along. One of the things is that I always felt that women were smarter than men.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But at the same time, you know, a man's gonna be a man, and a man is a leader, and a true man is a leader. And a woman's not gonna follow a man that's not confident and leading, both spiritually, physically. I think there's a lot of different things, and that kind of comes from my upbringing. Right. You know, my mom's an evangelist. I come from a family of pastors. My father took a long time, but he joined church probably, you know, I don't know, in his later age. Yeah. But at the same time, I think that has a lot to do with just knowing who you are. And unfortunately, I think being a mentor, and I felt that being a mentor to the youth, I had to man up to my own demons because I can't talk and not walk. Right. And that's where I'm at right now.
Welcome to the bio. We're here with Terry and Reese, and they are the Good Doctors, and we're going to talk to them for a little while. How did you guys become the Good Doctors? I know you know everything about hip hop, especially in Chicago. How did you guys become the Good Doctors?
Okay, so I want to know, where did the Good Doctors come about? How'd you guys get that name?
I think it was after leaving medical school.
Yeah.
When we
a lot of years in medical school, and then we just decided, we created a whole
thing,
just,
right?
Yeah.
Why not be the Good Doctors? You know what I mean? We did go to medical school, so that'd be a good idea.
And doctoring
stuff and helping, doing good things with doctoring.
Okay.
With hip hop.
With hip hop.
And it really all kind of started from us listening to so much hip hop, and people always coming at us with some questions about, man, what do you think about this? Or what do you think? Like, you know, we was like some fake psychiatrists and psychologists. I don't even know which one is the right one.
Well, how did you guys get in or plug into the hip hop scene in Chicago?
Oh, man.
I would just say cool, being cool.
Being cool. Cool trumps anything, just being cool. We've been cool for a lot of years now, so I think that really did it.
Being cool.
You know what I'm saying? It's not too, you know, and all the cool people know each other. It's just
it's a whole little cool world
of coolness, and we happen to be in it.
So if you're not cool, you can't get plugged in.
I mean, if you got some wicked toys or trinkets, you know what I'm saying?
You can get in with certain swag ornaments. But
right. Other than that, no, you have to be birthed into it.
You guys never want to be in the scene, the rapping scene. Never want to be on, you know.
I mean, for the women,
in front of the camera.
I mean, other than that, and I can figure that out without being in front of the scene. Yeah. So, like,
I mean, I think we, you know, want to be there backstage.
Yeah. Okay, you guys like to be behind camera.
Yeah, we're usually there. Like that's what we're behind the scenes, guys. Like I don't want to be in the front. I don't.
No.
And it's always been guys like us in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Guys like us is what make hip hop work. You know what I'm saying? Like, just the guys that, you know. The guy who's had some extra batteries so this can play, so you can send this file this way, or the guy who connect these two artists who didn't know each other but they made a hit record. You know what I'm saying? Those guys never get talked about, but we're like definitely those type of
guys. It's tough being a rapper. I wouldn't want to
be a rapper. Rappers got the worst jobs in the world. Yeah. Because there's so many rules you got to follow, and some of them don't want to follow certain rules. And
rap is like a fucking like hooping, or it's like a job. Yeah. To the point where it's uniform.
You gotta be funky.
Language you gotta speak.
Your manager not supposed to dress better than you. Like, you can't. It's just certain things that are vital. You know what I'm saying? You gotta look cool. Hey, you know, it ain't. You know, skills and all that stuff is still around, and it's becoming more prevalent than it was in the last couple of years. But even still now, the rappers with skill are funky. They got on some sneakers that you like, damn, I need to get some of them motherfuckers.
It's more of a total package as opposed to just having skill. Rap has no filter.
Right.
Anybody can do it. You know what I'm saying? If your grandmother decides she wants to rap, she can start rapping. Like, it's not like singing where you have to at least know how to sing. Like, you don't have to know how to rap. You could be very bad and still, you know.
Do you guys disagree on music?
I mean, we don't like all of the same stuff,
No.
right? We pretty much.
But we can understand
we
why.
can understand why.
The other would like, because there's certain principles of music and and all that type of stuff that you got to look a little bit past the outer layer. You know what I'm saying? It's layers to that, or levels to that shit, like everybody trying to say now.
What do you guys feel about female rappers?
They have no place.
No place
I
in
don't want to
hip-hop?
hear.
Why not?
Hip hop is a male fantasy, first of all. So women are objects in that. Period. I know that's fucked up, but I'm just talking about for hip hop.
Okay.
That's just how it is.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Women are objects. They're like cars or money or weed or whatever else.
Can you explain swag or ornaments?
Belts.
Right, belts.
Belts.
You know,
What about the sagging though?
I mean, well, what do your drawers look like? What do you have?
They have
on?
to be polo.
They have to be polo.
I mean, if
see,
you're
this
gonna
is
sag them,
this is back to the hip hop uniform that we
and
were
rules
discussing.
that you gotta
know what I'm
abide by.
saying? This is how you can totally tell I'm not a rapper. You look at my belt; it doesn't have a buck.
Right, I don't got
it's a
no
normal
big
belt.
I don't have no shades.
Yeah, see the shades.
But I know though. See,
You
that's
know
the
what it
thing.
looks
I
like.
know
Yeah,
about
we
what's
know
going
the
on.
different ornaments, trinkets, and tools
You
that
got
you
shit
need.
hanging like wicked ass
Belts
bags.
and chains and shit.
It's like
A bag.
a baggy thingamabob, like it's like a ring
Yep.
attached.
Hang off
Chain,
your
cock
thing.
rings,
Trues.
trues. Definitely
Trues.
need some
Trues.
trues.
Okay.
You know what trues are, don't you?
No, I have no idea
Oh,
what
come
trues
on,
are.
brother.
Explain to me what trues
Trues,
are.
you
Trues,
know, trues
brother.
are jeans with fancy pockets.
Pockets with
the
fancy
Yeah,
pockets.
trues.
Right.
True
You gotta have
religions,
those.
Joe. Like the jeans Keith wear. You know what I'm saying? He
With the
trued
belt.
up.
Okay.
Gucci belt,
All right.
Fendi belt,
All right.
Hermes.
Hermes.
And so you gotta have these swag trinkets.
This is what you need in order to succeed.
Yeah.
Skateboards.
Skateboards. That's my
part of
homie from the
hip-hop
shop.
now?
You know what I'm saying?
That's part of hip hop, skateboards?
What?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Who initiated that?
Well, for black folk, blue back.
Yeah.
Lupe?
Black folk Lupe all day.
Okay, so where am I? Tell me what this is.
But you're in America.
No,
And
like
we're-
this right here on the wall, this writing and stuff.
This is the Dare Wall, the Dare Alley.
Alley, Hyde
It is-
Park.
Yeah, Hyde Park legend, graffiti artist,
Cam.
city legend.
Yeah.
His name was Cam. He passed like last year.
Yeah.
And, everybody just wanted to come out, show him love. So they hit this whole wall up.
Right. He's actually one of the homies too.
Yeah,
So
he went to Columbia too back in the day.
So who are your major influences coming up in hip hop?
Luke.
Luke?
Definitely Luke.
Definitely Luke. Like
Definitely
without
Luke.
Luke,
Two Live Crew?
what Luke and Two Live Crew did for me at 10 o'clock in the morning while watching The Box.
Right.
No one could ever surpass that. Like, to me, I mean, there's some other people that rap good and their music was good, but
Yeah.
Luke,
I say like, yeah.
So what song in particular with Luke?
the classic Pop That Coochie.
I mean, it's something that's so, I don't know, heartwarming about that. You know, it's still like, even though like back in the day, there's something about that today that still sounds vile.
Yeah, it just
Like
sounds-
there's no way you could say to
You're
a
popping
woman,
what? Now
pop
shake
that
that
pussy.
shake that monkey.
That's
by,
bad, too.
By,
Yeah, that's
by
bad,
Too Short.
That's bad too.
Anybody else?
All of the greats.
Yeah.
Too Short, you know,
Pac.
NWA, Pac,
You know what I'm saying?
Hieroglyphics,
Wu-Tang.
DITC,
Yeah. Razzcast. You know, Outkast.
yeah.
The South, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? 8-Ball MJG.
So you guys don't think the South kind of, because a lot of people think the South is kind of bringing rap down. What are you guys' views about that? No?
I don't think, I mean, it's all, I think, you know, first of all, let me just go out and say, I hate, you know, backpackers.
Right.
So, like, people who, or that mind state of what hip hop should sound like, and you
That's
can't-
bad for hip-hop.
That's
in a
bad for
general
it. It
sense.
kind of limits hip hop. Like, hip hop has been out for at least 30, 40 years almost. So it's like it's bound to go other places, and I think that.
And it's bound to be interpreted different in other regions, you know.
Yeah, right.
Like, so you have to find the good in that, you know, from everyone. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be interpreted the same way from a dude from Brooklyn because he lives in a neighborhood where it's Puerto Ricans and Indian motherfucker people.
Right.
You know, whereas if I'm from Alabama, it's like it's
Yeah.
black people and white people.
Right. Strip clubs.
And we riding in trucks. And, you know,
what I'm
it's
saying?
like so everything is going to be different, you know. So like, but that's the beauty of it also. You know,
Yeah.
like just for as many South songs that they would say is bringing hip hop down, there's been a lot that helped hip hop and helped save hip hop to this day. So, you know, it balances out.
So you guys were talking about the projects that you are working on right now. The High Life.
High Life Project.
High Life,
They
okay.
chill. They tour, they dope.
They tour the dope.
Yeah, they
Lay
dope. They dope.
Yeah, we working on the life, you know what I'm saying, amongst other stuff, but
Okay.
that's
And he is a local artist here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Who are the top local artists that we need to watch out for? Like they upcoming, people need to like listen to their music in their car right now.
Well, I would say probably the people that
you may
have heard already. Like,
you know.
Chance the Rapper.
Right, definitely Chance the Rapper,
King
Lewis, Keith and all the GBE boys, the rest of the Save Money crew, Alex Wiley, Kimbe X, like, you know, Lily K, Jane Doe, like, it's a lot of real good up and coming artists in Chicago. Tree, you know, definitely Tree, like
One of my personal
like these,
favorites.
you know, just for the first time in years as, you know, connoisseurs of Chicago hip hop and music in Chicago, like I have personally been real proud of the music that's been put out by the city. I feel like it can compete with anyone. When I go to LA or when I go to New York, I can throw on my guys like, yeah, this shit raw. Yeah, period.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Then you have a few people that people might not know about, like my homies over at Stay Humble, ENT, Honest, Voice, Demos. I mean, it's so many rappers here.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And they all got something to give.
Yeah,
you
it
know?
just depends on what you want to hear. But as far as most popular, it would be those people that we named that probably have the strongest buzz here.
But yeah, definitely look out for Chance the Rapper. He's probably
that's our pick, like for the next big star
out of Chicago.
Oh, okay. So let me know, where can we follow you? Tell me right now, where can we follow Good
I'm
Doctors?
Reese Rolex on Twitter. That's, you know what I'm saying, REECE, and you know Rolex. It's all in the same. Y'all can remember that shit. You know, that's me on Twitter. It's Twitter battle.
Somebody hacked my account. I had to switch, so I lost a lot of followers. I don't even know who to follow, but I'm the whole gun. Bang.
Bang.
Yeah, I
gotta
don't
do it
shoot
like
blank
that?
stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Okay.
Dangerous.
Yeah.
Well, you heard it. It's the Good Doctors here.
my space.